Crystal Kitsune here, and I'm big again because I'm gonna be doing another special little something something. Yesterday was Friday for me. This is gonna be uploaded on Sunday, so there's that. But I went to the Dollar Tree on Friday, and I was thinking about getting some stuff to do for a video. The thing was though, was like I was gonna get like stuff that you could try, you know, like not food, but like see if it works, because like that's pretty popular with like a lot of YouTubers. So I'm like, okay, so I picked out a few things that I could try that aren't food, and then I was like going around and I'm like, oh, but these things are interesting, so I got those. And then I also got another thing from Walmart that I'm also gonna try. It is food, and it was recommended to me by a friend of mine, and so I'm going to try those at the end because everything at the start is Dollar Tree, and the last thing is Walmart. So, without further ado, I guess, I'll wait and do the other stuff after the first bit of food, because the stuff that I got is, I have to use my hands for them, so I don't want to work with that and then start eating food. So the things that I got packages of these things. They're sitting over here. There's 5 packages of them. I saw one package and I was like, oh, well, this is interesting. I'll try these. But then they have like other flavors as well. So I was like, well, then I'll just do a whole video of nothing but these things. So I went and I got all these flavors, the only ones that I could find. But it's all these guys. Woo. So we got, the first one that I saw was these, which are Willy Wallabies Gourmet Red Licorice Australian style. So I thought that was interesting. So I'm like, okay, cool. And then I saw these A&W root beer ones. And I like root beer. I'm not really a big fan of A&W, but root beer is still cool. And then I saw these ones, which are lemonade flavored, lemonade twist. And then I saw these ones, which are orange crush flavor, and then the Dr. Pepper one. So we'll do those. We'll try them. They're all by the same fucking company, except for this one. KLN does these 3 and these ones too. The only one that isn't off by KLN is the lemonade one. So I'll start with the first, go through the ones that, I saw in order. So we'll start with the Willy Wallabies Gourmet Red Licorice. It says soft and chewy. On the back it just says manufactured by Kinney's Candy Company. Doesn't give you anything else. Best by 7/5/17, so it's good for a whole 2 years. Because we're in 1 year. I was thinking we were still in 2015. Whoa, that's really strong. These are what it looked like. They're like just little shafts of licorice, but the smell is like pretty strong. So we'll see what it tastes like. Well, there's no red vine. Red vine is just like different than licorice. Red vines have their own flavor. These taste to me kind of like they should be like in jelly or gummy bear form or something. Or I think they're kind of like a strawberry flavor, if I'm not mistaken. They smell like strawberry, but I'm like shoving it up my nose. Oh, I can't smell it. Okay, so there's that. Stick that back in the bag. I usually only take like half of a bite of something. Okay, so the next one that I saw was the A&W root beer one. So let's hope that these ones actually... Whoa, hello. Sorry about that. I was trying to keep them from falling and I hit my computer. So you just got a little jerk. So these are the A&W root beer ones. Hopefully they taste like A&W root beer. There should be like a perforation or something on these things. Which there's no perforation, people. I'm not going to use my teeth. I got a little thing here that I can cut a slice off with. Little scissors. Well, they smell root beery, so here's to try it, or hoping that they taste like root beer. They're kind of light colored, brown. Stick those over there so they don't fall. So these are what they look like. They smell like root beer. Well, I think like whatever the consistency of, you know, the gummy part or whatever takes over the taste of the root beer, because I mean it smells like A&W root beer, but when you go to taste it, you get like a very light hint of root beer, and the rest is all like whatever this stuff is made out of, fruit, corn syrup or whatever. Let's just see. Corn syrup. Yep. Corn syrup, sugar, wheat flour, starch, corn starch, or food starch, A&W root beer concentrate, and caramel color. So yeah, the corn syrup and sugar and stuff like that makes the body of this overpowers the taste of the root beer. So that's kind of unfortunate. But we've got 3 others to try. So these ones here are the Chewy Lemonade Twist by Switzer's. They're longer than the other ones. And it has a little excerpt on the back, so I'll read it. And it says, Grandma Switzer used to make the best real lemonade. Freshly squeezed, sweet and tart. Grandpa Switzer made sure his Chewy Lemonade Twist tasted just like Grandma's lemonade, so everyone can enjoy a true taste of summer anytime, anywhere. So, our obsession began in 1888. So, Switzer has been around for a while. Again, this doesn't have like a perforation or anything on it. So, just open it to the middle. Whoa, that's very lemony. Very lemony. Not in a good way either. Like, it smells like old, like, lemonade. Like, if you had a glass of, not a glass of lemonade, but like if you went to like a fair or something like that, and they had like the lemonade stand where you can get like flavored lemonade, and we used to have one at a farmer's market where I live, or near where I live, and they sell it in like styrofoam cups. So to me, this smells exactly like you had the lemonade in a cup in your car, and there was still like some lemonade in it, and it stayed in there so long that the syrup ended up kind of like not hardening, but getting thicker, because I had that happen to me with soda. Like, I'll leave like a little bit of soda in my car, and then like later it turns into like a paste. So that's kind of what it smells like. It smells like old, like weeks old lemonade in the bottom of a can, or bottom of a anything, can, bottle, soda can, or like a styrofoam cup or something. But let's see what it tastes like, because it's all in the taste. Now, in the presentation or the smell, I mean, sometimes things can smell really bad and then end up tasting really good. So I've never had that happen, because your taste of smell helps with your taste of taste, you know. So if you smell something bad, then that smell is going to affect how things taste. So that's what I learned before. So hopefully this doesn't taste that bad. Tastes like really boring lemonade, to be honest. I mean, lemonade is supposed to be tart and sweet at the same time. But this here tastes like very bland. I mean, it's, you know, kind of sweet, and it tastes like lemonade, but it's not tart. You got the sweetness and the lemon flavor, but you had to have like a little bit of like tartness to make it taste right. Because otherwise it's just lemon flavored candy, not lemonade. Because lemonade is just, you know, they make tons of lemonade. I mean, if it would have tasted more like a lemon head, then this would have been better. Not like as strong as lemon heads, but like more tart, then it would have been better as a flavor. So that's my assumption, or my take on that one. So next we've got the Orange Crush soda. Now, my grandfather loves orange soda, or he used to, and he would get orange soda a lot. He gets like diet now because he's diabetic and stuff, but when I was younger, he would always like have orange soda. I'm not really a big fan of orange soda. I mean, orange soda is okay. I'd rather have root beer, and not just any kind of root beer. It has to be Barks. Go Barks. Not sponsored by Barks, but hey Barks, if you like, want to sponsor me because I promoted your root beer, go ahead. So we got the Orange Crush ones here. It's by the same company as the first two. So these ones here, it smells orangey. It smells like dreamsicle, kind of like the orange dreamsicle. So it should be good. I had like those orange dreamsicles before, and they're really good. So hopefully it tastes pretty much like that. It's a little tougher than the other ones. Like, these ones have been out for longer. These ones are not too bad. Tastes like Orange Crush. So even though I'm not a fan of Orange Crush, they did a pretty good job on this one. It tastes like orange. So, and last but not least, we got Dr. Pepper. Dr. Pepper. That's what I used to call it. Dr. Pepper, I got some candy stuck in my tooth, was like my go-to soda before I got into Sprite and root beer. When I was younger, like, my whole life was Dr. Pepper. And anytime we went to go, like, get gas and my mom or grandma would get sodas, my thing was always, like, a bottle or, like a not a 64 ounce, but, like, a 32 ounce soft drink of Dr. Pepper, because that was my go-to drink. But then there was, like, one time Dr. Pepper was out, and I had to get a different flavor. I'm not, like, a Pepsi person. I wasn't a Coke person at the time. My grandmother was a Pepsi-coholic, or still is a Pepsi-coholic, but she always got Pepsi. I didn't, know about Coke or whatever until later. But when we went to the convenience store that was by the Quick Stop, the gas station, they were out of root beer, or not root beer, but Dr. Pepper, so I had to get something else. So I ended up getting Sprite, and then that's when my addiction started, because I was, like, addicted to Sprite there for, like, the longest time. And then I got into Barks root beer. I mean, I tried like A&W and Mug root beer and stuff like that, but they don't have the same bite as Barks does, because Barks has the bite, and I like the bite. So it's like more carbonated than the other root beers out there. So this one smells like Dr. Pepper. So here's hoping that it has a stronger flavor than the root beer one, because the root beer one was kind of meh. No, this one tastes like root beer. Right. Tastes like I keep saying root beer, but I mean Dr. Pepper. It tastes like Dr. Pepper. More than the root beer one tasted like root beer. But the thing is, like, with these things, they're sticky. Sometimes it's hard to get the flavor to come out. I mean, with the root beer one, it was, like, really super bland. It was, like, it had, like, a very hint of root beer, and then was kind of, like, It was really kind of lame. Okay, so the other two things that I got, the first things that I got were these. I loved these as a kid. If you don't know what these are, it's bubbles. And I used to sit out in the backyard with these things all the time and blow bubbles and stuff. But I'm going to see if, like, the quality is okay. Because there's some, like, really crappy bubbles out there. If you get, like, bad quality bubbles, they won't do anything. Like, you'll try to blow them out, and then they'll be like, phew. Like, they don't even go anywhere. Good bubbles, like, they'll go up, and then they'll, like, float around, and then they'll pop. bad bubbles will just kind of flop. So I got this 3-pack of bubbles. Don't know what I'll do with the other 2 bottles, but it says 3+ on it. I'm 3+. So it always comes with a little wandy thing. And open up this without spilling it all over the place. I've been using this thing over here a lot. But like, bubbles. I mean, how can you fuck up bubbles? Seriously? It's like, I know it's like the quality of the soap or whatever that they use, but it's just kind of like, how can you fuck it up? I mean, seriously. It's like, there's only one way to make a bubble. Use soap and water. But it's like a certain kind of like glycerin or something like that. I mean, if you look on like the back of it. Do not drink bubble solution, people. If swallowed, drink lots of water. Avoid contact with eyes. If contact occurs, rinse immediately with water. Bubble solution is not intended for human consumption. But it doesn't tell you like what it's made out of. But it was made in China and imported to... Made in China and in Canada and then shipped to Chesapeake, Virginia. So all that trouble for just 3 bottles of bubbles. So the wand is in here. Gonna have to get my fingers a little wet. So here's the wand. It's got 3 little doohickeys on it. Now, when you find a wand this shitty, that means that the bubbles are going to be shitty. Because, I mean, that's barely a big enough hole to get bubbles out of. So, when you blow it, you may or may not get a bubble out of it. I'm going to try to blow it to the camera so you can see them. There. I'm trying to not get them all over my computer, but get them on the camera at the same time. So, I mean, what are you going to do? Right? They're bubbles. And, get off my computer. There. So, yep, bubbles. They work. Not as well as they should, but they work. Okay, so the other thing that I grabbed was this. It's like PlayDoh, but it's the generic version. It's got 8 different colors in it. It's got orange and red, blue and... I cannot tell my colors. Green and yellow, purple and blue, or pink and blue and purple and yellow. So I thought I would see what the I wouldn't like make anything or whatever out of them. I mean, I could, but I mean, they taped the bottom of it so you can't like get it open very well. And they had like neon ones too, but I just like prompted for like the ones that were like regular color. But I want to see like how their consistency is, because if it's good dough like Play-Doh is, then you can do some stuff with it. But if it's not, oh look, the color that I like the best came out. So I'll set that right here. They come in this cute little container, and I got the purple one rolled out. Well, it smells like Play-Doh. Has the same consistency of Play-Doh. Soft and squishy. So here's the purple. Smells almost exactly like Play-Doh, so it's so squishy. So this is pretty good consistency for dollar store Play-Doh. So that's a good thing, because then you can just go to the Dollar Tree and get 8 thingies of Play-Doh for $1. So that's a good buy. If you want to get Play-Doh for your kids, just get these little guys. I mean, they're small, but you know, 8 of them for $1 ain't bad. So you got the teal color, which comes out like a little, I mean, they just, you know, chink, 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 and then like get the little rounds. But you got the teal green, which is just as good as the other one. And you got yellow. I mean, they're pretty good quality. I mean, they're basically just like Play-Doh to me. And you got red. So, yeah, good buy for $1. You pay like, what is it, like 50 cents for a bigger container? Like, that's about twice the size of this, but it's only one container for 50 cents. So if you want like 8 colors, you'll have to pay like $4 or something for it. If I did my math correctly. Basic math. Green! So you can make flowers, you can make whatever's, like almost like a neon pink with this one. But yeah, it's just almost exactly like Play-Doh, so go at it, guys. Just find a different color yellow, which makes no sense to me. It's like, why do we have 2 yellows? Like one's like a lemon yellow and the other one's like a lime yellow or whatever. But I don't know why we got 2 different colors of yellow, but whatever. I don't know what that's supposed to be, but it shows it's supposed to be, one's like a lighter yellow and one's a darker yellow, so that's pretty good. Dollar Tree. It just says Dough Modeling Dough. Original name, but it's good stuff, so go buy it if you want Play-Doh knockoff version or whatever. So the thing that my friend told me about, and I got them at the Walmarts. I didn't get these at the Dollar Tree because they're way too expensive to be at the Dollar Tree. But they are Macarons or whatever, and she's kind of obsessed with these things. We were on a game or whatever that it's Second Life. We met on Second Life, and she told me about these things because we were at a store or something that was selling macaron shaped stuff, and so she was all like obsessing over how cute it was, and I'm like, and she goes, and they're like really, really good, and I'm like, I've never had one before. And she goes, oh my god, you gotta go try one. Sorry, I did like a really bad rendition of her. She watches these videos too, by the way, so hi. So she told me to go get some. And these macarons or macaroons or whatever you want to call them, they are expensive. Now, I already had like one of them because I was like starving when I got out of the store the other day, and this is the only food that I bought. But it was like, there's three of each flavor, and it's strawberry, pistachio, vanilla, and chocolate. And I had one of the pistachio ones because I wanted to try a flavor that I wouldn't like that much. It tasted like pistachio. So I did open it already. I did try one. It was okay. But the reason why I didn't buy them the first time she mentioned them was because I found them at the store. They're in the frozen section because it tells you on the box to keep them at, it tells you to thaw them at room temperature when you're getting ready to eat them, but you can eat them frozen. But there are chocolate, vanilla, raspberry, and pistachio flavored. And it says, this 4-flavored box will surely please every palate. Ever popular vanilla and chocolate macarons are coupled with raspberry and pistachio to complete this gourmet assortment. 2 delicately light almond meringue cookies with a moist, chewy, flavorful filling. Our classic French macarons may just transport you to the streets of Paris. Looking like this doesn't transport me anywhere, except for, feelings of melancholy and why did I pay $8 for these? I mean, I'm sure they taste fine. The pistachio one tasted fine, but it's just, to me, like, normally I wouldn't pay $8 for 12 of these things. I just wanted to try them. And since I go, well, I'm going to be recording a video, I was going to eat them yesterday. But then I'm like, well, I'm doing a video tomorrow, so I can just, like, eat them then. And I'm like, okay, so I'll just eat them then. So, I'll just go ahead and try one of each flavor, and then I'll end the video. So, this is the vanilla one. I won't eat the pistachio one because I already tried it. I mean, I can do that at the end, but I already know what it tastes like. But this is the vanilla one. It smells okay. I mean, it smells like vanilla. And it's soft and sweet. And it tastes like vanilla. Not bad. But I don't see paying that much money for it, though. Sorry. If you're a fan of macarons, I'm sorry. This is going to be a super long video, too. I'm sorry. with all the shit that I had, this is probably going to be about over 25 minutes long. So I'm sorry in advance for that. So this one's the chocolate one. It doesn't look too much different than the other one except for it's brown. And it's got chocolate in the middle. And they're like lightly flavored too. So it's like they have a very light hint of whatever flavor it's supposed to be. And the pistachio one tastes like pistachios, but lightly. Vanilla one tastes like vanilla lightly. Chocolate one tastes like chocolate lightly. Raspberry. Finish chewing on this one. I mean, they're fine. They taste good. But if you want to pay $8 for these things and get 12 of them, and they're small, so they'll go fast, unless you're a pig, or not a pig, and like me, unlike me. But they're delicate, and it's like you eat one of them, and you basically have to put the box back, so that way you don't like gorge on them and waste $8 in one sitting. Raspberry. Now, if they just made them out of this flavor, just for this flavor, and lower the price a little bit, I'd be down. And this one's the best one out of all 4 of them, I think. And you're thinking, why doesn't the chocolate one taste good? Frankly, I like chocolate, but not as much as a lot of people. I'm just kind of like nonplussed about it. Like, if you held a candy bar in front of my face, I wouldn't go like ape shit about it. I would take it or leave it. You just have to be in the mood for chocolate. And a lot of times I'm not. So, to me, chocolate's just kind of like a thing that happens. And I could take it or leave it. I'm going to put these back in the box and stick them back in the freezer for later. So, that's my video. Me eating shit again. And playing with PlayDoh. Knockoff PlayDoh. So if you like this video, be sure to give it a like and share with your friends. Also, be sure to follow me on Twitter and all my other social media sites down below. I don't have a Facebook yet for my channel. Once this channel starts popping up a little bit more, I'll probably make a Facebook channel. More when I start doing stuff like going places based off the channel. But for right now, there's no real need because everything's just relayed on Twitter and all that. So, no real big need for that. But do follow me on Twitter. And be sure to hit that little red button. But not that red button, but the one that's on the front page. Or underneath this video. You'll find it. Just above the comments. So, leave comments if you want. If you want to buy the macarons, they're about $7.98 or whatever at Walmart in the frozen section. So if you want to try them yourself, go right ahead. They're not that bad, but I wouldn't pay $8 for them myself. So that's going to be the end of the video, everybody, and I thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.